Well, welcome back, my friends, as we continue with our High Holy Day service. And another of the songs sung only at this time of the year, and it's great that there's so much music put into services. Music truly is it's a gift of spirit. And that's the Avenu Malkeinu, and it means our Father, our King, and is dedicated to God. But instead of praising, it becomes one of personal condemnation. Now, it began as a 4-verse song, and it quickly moved to 22 and 28 verses for these holy days. Our Father, our King, hear our voice. Our Father, our King, we have sinned before you. Our Father, our King, have compassion upon us and upon our children. Our Father, our King, bring an end to pestilence, war and famine around us. Our Father, our King, bring an end to all trouble and oppression around us. Our Father, our King, inscribe us in the book of life. Our Father, our King, renew upon us a good year. Hear our voice. Hear our voice. Hear our voice. Our Father, our King. Our Father, our King, renew upon us a good year. Our Father, our King, hear our voice. Now it goes on to talk about how unworthy we are. And in some services, it actually goes on past the 28 verses, so it goes on for 44 verses or so. And of course, the last verse is the verse most people are familiar with, and it was based on an ancient folk song. But it has become, instead of a song of praise, a song of us confessing to things and asking, God for forgiveness. God is our Father and our King, and we're basically saying we've sinned and we want Him to have compassion upon us. Father, our God, hear our prayer. We have sinned before Thee. Have compassion upon us and upon our children. Help us bring an end to pestilence, war and famine. Cause all hate and oppression to vanish from the earth. Now, what a wonderful thought that is. And probably no prayer is more chanting and meditative, or more important than, of course, the Shema, the 6-word prayer, the single most important prayer in Judaism, and the cornerstone of monotheism. And it happens to be a prayer that just about everybody who's Jewish knows. They learn it as a kid. It's the high point of every service. And you can picture each word contained in one of the points of a Jewish star. Now, this is a prayer that's said daily. And it's found in the Torah and Deuteronomy. Now it's actually 2 lines, and everyone who is Jewish knows this prayer in the tune. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. And even if people know no other Jewish and Hebrew, those words, those 6 little words, they do know. And again, this is another folk version of that meditative prayer. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And of course, you would go on and you would do the second line of it also, and it's, would just continue. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is God, the Lord is one. Blessed be his name, whose glorious kingdom is forever and ever. But that's not how it would have sounded to biblical man. To ancient biblical man, the words would have had a slightly different meaning. It would have been, listen, Israel, he who wrestles with God is Israel. He who causes to be is our God. He who causes to be is the one alone. Blessed is the name of God, whose glorious kingdom goes to the universe or world and forever. Or, of course, as Buzz Lightyear would say, blessed is the name of God, whose glorious kingdom goes to infinity and beyond. Well, friends, who doesn't wrestle with God? And, of course, who doesn't love Buzz Lightyear? Well, somehow Happy New Year doesn't quite catch the essence of it. And friends, before the book is sealed, you have 10 days to examine, to think, to reflect on your intentions, your thoughts, your words, your actions. And you have access to the miraculous mechanism that guarantees everything gets cleaned up. Ask forgiveness from others if you've done harm to them, of God if you've done harm to the sacred, and from yourself. And all of this is in preparation for the culmination of everything on these 10 days on Yom Kippur, the day the books are sealed. Now, of course, the highlight of the service for everyone is the shofar, the great horn blowing, since it is called Yom Teruah, day of horn blowing. According to Maimonides, although the sounding of the shofar in Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur is a decree of Holy Writ, it has a profound meaning. For it seems to say, awake from your sleep, O slumberers, arouse from your slumbers, examine your deeds, return in repentance, remember your Creator. Those of you who forget the truth and the follies of the time and go astray, the whole year in vanity and emptiness, which neither profit nor save, look to your souls, improve your ways and works. Abandon every one of you his evil course, and the thought that is not good. Well, thank you, Maimonides, you put it very well. And this is about our task of not just healing ourselves, but our role, my friends, in Tikkun Olam, healing the world. And that's something we all participate in. The holy day is the day of shofar blowing. And the shofar is sounded in 3 distinct types of blasts. There's a 1, a 3, and a 12. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishma kol shofar. Blessed are you, ruler of the universe, who sanctified us with commandments, who has commanded us to hear the voice of the shofar. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam shehechiyenu v'kiyamenu v'higiyenu lazman hazeh. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, for giving us life, for sustaining us, for enabling us to reach this season. And in blowing the shofar, each of the sounds has a distinct name. Now, the first one is called the tekiah, and it's one long interrupted blast lasting for several seconds. Then there's a shevarim, which is 3 medium-length blasts, and a teruah, which is actually 12 very short blasts, and there's a reason for that. But you will sometimes see it when you look it up listed as 9 or 10 short staccato sounds. And then it ends with the tequila, gadola, one extra long note. Now there is a formula for why the numbers of the blasts were chosen. Well, the tequila, the first of them, one long, uninterrupted blast, the one source of all God, Echad, the one. The 3 medium-length blasts, the shevarim, for creation. God created man and woman. Man and woman create, but it took the 3 to bring creation as we know it to fruition. Energetically, it represents the 3 columns of the tree of life: mercy, judgment, balance, male, female, neutral. Atomically, it's protons, neutrons, electrons. The 3 are the building blocks of life. And the teruah, the 12 short blasts, the energies governing the world seen by the 12 energies of the zodiac, the original calendar, played out as the 12 sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, later the 12 disciples of Christ, and later still the 12 knights of the Round Table. Ancient man understood the subtle differences and nuances and used metaphors to explain. I know that wasn't 12, but I did my best. Anyhow, friends, from me to you, Kativa v'chatima tova. May you be inscribed and sealed for a good year. Shana tova, tuka, for a good and sweet year. And let's take a break there, and then we'll come back and we will conclude our days of awe by taking a look at Yom Kippur.